Welcome viewers to another episode of Brave Namibia, where we meet both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. In our first clip today, Natasha Nekwaya opens up about her journey, reflecting on her past, embracing her present and sharing her vision for the future, all while running a charity that feeds and supports over 200 children every week in Havana.
My name is Natasha Nekwaya. I am the founder of the Havana Charity Work Foundation. I grew up in a small town called Ludret. I schooled my primary at Diaz Primary School, my secondary at Ludret Secondary School, and then my 11 and grade 12 at Angra Paquena Senior Secondary School. Growing up, I grew up with my father and my mother, who is my stepmother, and my other two siblings, my sister and my little brother. Growing up in a windy town called Ludret, I was really a shy child. Even in school, it was so difficult for me just to stand up and say something in class or just to stand up for myself. When I moved back to Windhoek again, I decided, I was thinking for myself that what should I do for my life? Where do I see myself in 5 years? It wasn't really an easy thing because I didn't really have family support aside from my mother and my father, and they are not people who has it all as well. They are also just struggling. But I'm not a person who will be asking. I'll be needing something, but I won't really go to my mom and ask her, or go to my father, because I also know they don't have any other siblings. As much as I'm a last born to my mother's side and a second born to my father's side, I just felt like my other siblings, they needed more help than I did. But I was still busy figuring out my life. I didn't know what to do. I'm remembering back that I did accounting and finance. I couldn't continue because I couldn't get taxi money to go back to school. It wasn't an easy thing, but at times that's when I made friends in Windhoek. We did some hustling businesses here and there. I started helping my peers, people that I didn't really know, people who have seen somebody in me, people who just come to me and start telling me how they feel about their certain life, and I'll look back and like, well, I'm not really suffering, So, and this is how the foundation also started. While doing businesses, I then had to go to this lady that she ordered some goodies from me for me to arrive to her house to go do some delivery. That's when I found on the ground crying, and she was just 17 by then. She has a 3-year-old baby, and also she was currently pregnant. I sat down with her for few hours. I really had to post my businesses, and I sit down with her for a few hours, listen to her story, and it was really, really sad just to realize that, well, as much I had family members, but I have that pride of not asking, or I have also knowing that even if I ask, there's nobody that can really, really help you. Well, she had people, but she was abandoned by her family. And that was the first person I truly would say that I'm proud to help, to assist. I assisted her by taking her to the hospital because she was not well. She was then admitted in the hospital for 3 months, and she didn't know who to give a child to. Well, the child was 3 years old. I then decided I take in the child before even talking to my mother. Imagine I was staying with my mom. So I came home with this 3-year-old child, and I told my mom the story, and we accepted the child, and we stayed with the child for 2 years. Well, the mother managed to get out of the hospital later on, and we decided, I know it's fine, we just take care of the child because now you also have a newborn baby. Well, the baby was disabled also. He needed help as well. So we decided that we will be assisting them. How? So this is how it comes. I wrote on my status that I am this type of person who needed assistance, and people did come through. That's when I decided to get donation for the 3-year-old child that I was living with, and the young mother that was renting in Oshitenda. Yeah, that's how the foundation started. Like I said, with just one child, and one Saturday I decided that the child needed some kids to play along with, and I invited some kids in the community, and 5 kids came and they played. I made a meal for them, and the next Saturday the kids became a lot, and the next Saturday they became a lot. So yeah, this is how the foundation started. What keeps me going is the kind messages that I receive from strangers. Somebody will just send you a message like, Natasha, we see what you are doing and we love what you are doing. Also, the support from strangers, it means that I can still continue, because there are times that I would love to give up. I would want to give up, not because I don't like what I do, but because it's also not an easy thing, knowing that you don't have any bread to come put on the table, and at the end of the day the kids are coming. But the fact that I receive people saying that, Natasha, if it wasn't for this foundation, I wouldn't be here. That's now when I'm talking about the volunteers. Somebody will say I was suicidal. We cater all age. We do accept clothes of all age, because our youngest child right now is 3 months, and our oldest I wouldn't really say our old, because we also do help the mothers, the parents of our kids here at the foundation. So anybody can bring any type of clothes, any size of clothes. So yeah, how do we get donation? Actually, we sometimes we put our needs on our story, which is on Instagram, or on my status, that we are running out of food. And lucky enough, or blessed enough, we do get individuals that can buy a whole meal for that certain Saturday. If not, like I say, I have volunteers. We put money together. This one brings a $20, this one brings a $30. Put money together, and on a Saturday we take the veggies out of here, which is spinach, as you can see, and then we buy the rice, we put together, and it's a meal. We also do work with or collaborate with companies that I would say I'm really, really blessed, and I appreciate that companies do come through to do their social responsibility at the foundation, which also one of the reasons why we are where we are today. And also we do get volunteers from outside the country. I should mention that we had volunteers from South Africa, 2 large groups. We had volunteers from Netherlands, we had volunteers from France, Poland, and Norway. So yeah, it's a safe place. It's a place where everybody would love to stay forever. Like I said, my volunteers, usually the plan was just to have 30 volunteers for 6 months. We do the community work. I give them certificates, they go back, I allow another 30, but it doesn't work. Every time they come in, they don't go. So, and that is why the number just keep growing. This month again, we've taken in some 30 volunteers, 2 from France, 1 from Norway, and another one from Poland. So the Havana Foundation goes with the slogan of, together we can heal the world and make it a better place. So also that slogan just there is also the reason why we are still doing what we do, because we believe that we will make Namibia or the whole world a better place. How? When people ask me how do you want to make the world a better place, because if I'm doing what I do and I can inspire somebody from another country, it means that they can also start something. They can heal their country and make it a better place. At the end of the day, we are trying to make the whole world a better place. So okay, to any individual, any young person, or any other person out there that wants to start a foundation or wants to start a soup kitchen or a charity, just start. If you love giving back to the community, if you love helping others, just start. I do receive emails from young people who love to start their foundations, and I do get back to them and I tell them, start, and if you need any help, let me know, because at the end of the day we are just collaborating, and we are all just having one vision, one mission, which is to make our country a better place. So if perhaps you don't know how to start, reach out to the Havana Charity Foundation, and we will hold hands together and we can make the world a better place.
Next, we head to Rundu, where Philippus Joseph caught up with the founders of the Kavango Talent show, shaping Sackeus and Mateus Jonas, who discussed their highly anticipated event.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Shapi. I'm the founder and as well the organizer of Kavango Got Talent. I'm here with my co-founder, who will as well introduce himself.
Well, good afternoon. Just like you spoken, I am the co-founder of Kavango Got Talent. So my name is Alfred Jonas, or you can just address me as Tabo, which is well known. So I'll give it back to my partner to talk more about the initiative and what is it all about.
Like I've said earlier on, I'm the founder of Kavango Got Talent. The reason why I came up with Kavango Got Talent, I realized that there's a lot of talents that our youth or our people in Kavango are having, but it's not recognized because we don't give them the platform, or we don't give them time for them to show their talent, for them to showcase the talent. So that's why I decided that no, let me come up with something which is going to bring the youth together, and also so that they can be able to go out there, so we can know about their talents and all that. So in brief, that is the reason why I decided to bring them up. Okay, Kavango Got Talent is actually it's actually the first. So I actually decided to actually come with it. There's a few also challenges that I came across with when I was planning, because I started planning a little bit late. I actually started planning about it in July, so it was a little bit late that the sponsors are not coming through, because it was a little bit late. So far we do not have any sponsors. So if there is any sponsors out there, you are welcome to come and sponsor us. So it was really very, very difficult, as the sponsors are all just promising that if we have the next one, which is coming also next year, we're also planning to have another one. So that's when they can be able to also come through. Actually, the ones that are on the ground is just me and my co-founder, but we also have two as well that are actually just behind the scene. We have a guy and the ladies that are also coming through, who are also giving us advice and all that, because obviously an event like this, you will need someone who is advising you on the background. Actually most of the things were only done by us, and then the logistic part, I did all the logistic part, and the paperwork and the forms and everything was done by my co-founder. It's a little bit it was a little bit tough, because like on my case, I also have other projects as well that I'm running, and my co-founder also is as well going to school again, so it was a little bit tough for us to make sure that this event should come to pass. For now, once this event is successful, we are actually we want to start off small in Kavango, but later on we want to take it broad, like through the whole country, whereby we can also have something called as the Namibian Got Talent. So we are not stopping here. We are actually going forth until we make sure that we have it's successful done, that the whole country can be able to have or to experience such an event.
Well, just like my partner has said, Kavango Got Talent is a youth initiative program that is aimed to empower, motivate, and also to promote cultural heritage, not only here in Kavango but the entire country. As to that, we want youth to participate mostly into this. So the number of youth, it doesn't matter how old you are, but anybody is open to participate in this event. So we promoted like the number of youth that, let me say the age of youth that are able to participate are from 16 to 35. But that doesn't mean that you can't participate, because we are also inspiring at least young ones, kids who are even 10 years old, 15 years old, to also participate in this kind of events. And also people with disabilities. There are those people with disabilities, but those people are talented. So they can make out of this. They can make a life out of it. Because this show doesn't mean whether you win or you lose. But at the end of the day, we are promoting youth. We are promoting creativity in the country. So that particular person, when the person performs on the stage, those people are viewing around the country, even around the world. So when that person can get views or can get people who are going to follow that person on different social media platforms and can make a life out of it. So I can say any age is welcome at this event, whether it be young ones or adults. But now given to young ones who are under 18, they can only register with the consent of their parents or guardians, because these are minors and they are not allowed. But for them to participate, we just need the consent of their parent, that parent or guardian stating that I have allowed my child or my sibling or whoever how that person is related to participate in this event. So there are also registration forms. There are those people who have contacted us who wants to participate and to send to them the forms. Some people have already registered and some are still on their way to register. So we have given them the forms to fill out, and then once they are done, then they can register. The reason why we have given the forms, because we want to have all the legal details of those people and the consent of those people in order for us to keep track of our participants. Well, for the participants, there are a lot of things to be won at the event, but mainly the grand prize for the event is 10,000 Namibian dollar, which is divided into three. The first prize is 5,000 Namibian dollar, and then the second prize is 3,000 Namibian dollars, and then the third prize is 2,000 Namibian dollars. For the registration fee is 350 Namibian dollar for individual registration, but for group registration is 500 Namibian dollars. So the event is going to be like this. It's going to consist of 5 judges. So on the first day, it will be an audition show, which means for you, in order to qualify for the second day, you have to reach a certain procedures, let's say requirements, in order for you to proceed to the next event. So that one, all those 5 judges, they are going to vote with a yes or no answer. So if you get the majority voice, which means if you get 3 yes, which means you can qualify to go to the next round. But if you get only 2 yes, which means like this, you have failed because you have gained only the minority choice or votes. So the second round, it's still gonna be the same, which will make you to qualify now to the semi-finals. So after the second round, now when you qualify to the semi-finals, right now we have not yet finished with the whole procedure, but we aim to include SMS voting, or let me say to allow the audience to vote for their winner. So that one we're gonna give it to the audience. We want this one to be a transparent platform where the audience have the right to vote for their favorite and for the person whom they want to walk away with the prize money. So on the third round and fourth round, we aim to include SMS voting, or let me say audience also vote for their favorite. So that's how it's going to be for the voting services, or let me say for the platforms. That's how I wish to do it.
I just want to add a little bit from what my colleague has said when it comes to the judges. So actually, what is going to happen is we decided we have judges that are fully trained, that have that is understanding, that has studied about judges. Because what is going to happen is a lot of people came through and were asking us, okay, how are you going to determine who is the winner if there are different categories? There is maybe comedies, there is drama, there's dancing, singing. So how are you guys going to determine that? So actually what we did is we got judges that are fully trained. So for now we are just going to do it as one. But later when times goes by, when the organization is growing, we are definitely going to make sure that we are going to divide categories, whereby each category is going to have their own winner and all that. But for now, we are just going to stick on the 3 winners. Yeah, and also what is going to happen when it's the nomination date, like the first day, like what my colleague have said. If now, let's say you are all going to get 5 of them had said it's a yes. 5 of them, all the 5 judges have said it's a yes. That automatically qualifies you to go to the final round. If you get all the 5, but if you get 4, 3, and then you can only qualify to the next round, which is the other Saturday. But if you get all the 5, if you get it, all the judges, it's a yes for you, then you definitely qualify for the finals.
Well, the venue for the event, it will be for the, can you just pause? All right, the venue for the event, it will be held at Rondo Beach. Well, the reason why I've chosen Rondo Beach, one of the reasons it was very hard for us to find halls, because most of the school halls were already booked and taken, and also it was very hard to book for the halls. So, and one of the good reasons, due to summertime, it's very hot in Rondo during summertime. So given that Rondo Beach is a nice place with a cold breeze, so it's going to be very wonderful at Rondo Beach. Due to the hot summer, there is very nice, cool weather, so which is good for the audiences and also for the participants. So now, in case you want also to go and watch the show, the tickets for the show is $50 per single night. That one is regular ticket. But now for kids is $30. And then for VIP is $100, and then VVIP is $250. But now, because some people it will be a lot for people to pay every night. That's now I and my partner came up with this solution. So instead of the person to buy 1 ticket per night, the person can just buy 1 ticket which can cater for all nights. And now for kids, in order if the kid want to watch all 4 nights, can just buy the ticket at $100 Namibian dollar. And then for adults, regular ticket is $150 Namibian dollars. And then for VIP is $300 Namibian dollars, and for VIP is $700 Namibian dollar. It's a very good price with a discount price in case you want to watch all 4 nights. If in case you don't make it, in order for you don't buy the ticket on time and the tickets are finished, you don't need to worry, because you can still pay at the gate. But at the gate, you are going to pay for regular ticket, it will be $60 Namibian dollars, and for kids it will be $40 Namibian dollars. For VIP it will be $150 Namibian dollars, and VVIP it will be $300 Namibian dollars at the gate.
I would want to encourage all the youth, please, the parents, please come through, bring your children, your brothers, sisters. It's actually going to be fun, and also it's also going to be safe. There is going to be security, so you do not have to stress about security-wise, safety-wise as well for the kids and then your properties. So please come out in numbers. It's not all about having fun and then also just watching and all that, but it's all about also our youth so that they can also be empowered, and for them also to go on the next level, so that they can not just be at home with their talents. So please come through. We'll be happy to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in today. If you know of someone you feel should feature on our show, please contact us at brave@synergy.com.na.